Hello. Man, these lights are bright. I forget. Maybe it's just leftovers from last night. Nah, we don't do any of that here at ETHDenver. Come on. Nah, I deny it. Well, welcome. You guys tired? Nah, let's do it again. Let's just keep going. Hey, we got still a lot of people out there. I wonder if they actually care about this. Or they're just here for the refraction party. I mean, come on, let's be honest. It's probably, no, it's not. This is actually gonna be really a lot more fun. So the rumor, and I've seen some of the pitches, was this was the best year that we've ever had for submissions in terms of fidelity. Did anybody else hear that? I could have swore that I heard that many, many times. So I'm pretty stoked to see some of the presentations, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do. So the art auction, did you guys check out Biddle Alley? You didn't check out Biddle Alley. You didn't go to the swag store, the art gallery, or any of that stuff, like the makerspace? I mean, that was super cool. Congratulations to the art stewards who really went out of their way to create what I would consider to be one of the best experiences that we've ever produced. And now it's time to give back to the community. So scan here. This is the art auction that actually ends not today, but I think it's 2 days from now, 11 a.m. You can continue to bid. So tonight you'll go on, check out all this stuff and see what you're interested in. And please support our art community because they are a big, big part of the heartbeat of what makes us go. Shout out to the presenting sponsors again, JPEG Trading, Stand With Crypto, OKX, and Opolis. We would not be able to do what we do without them. So make sure if you see them around, say hello. Obviously, we're kind of done with the boost and the shilling and stuff. We're just gonna be hanging out and chilling tonight. But just remember to thank them because ETHDenver is free to attend, as you know, and it will always be as long as we can maintain enough community support to do so. Y'all know why we do that, right? I mean, I've talked about it for 10 years, but we've never wanted to gatekeep education in a way that actually prevents the next Vitalik Buterin or whomever to be here building a project. You know, who's gonna pay $1,000 to come build a project? They're not, okay? So we gotta give them lowest possible economic barriers, feed them, give them bean bags to sleep on, or not tell the fire code people that we're doing that. But we don't do that. We don't. Yeah, it's a very important ethos component of ETHDenver. We just don't believe that you should gatekeep opportunity like Web3. It just doesn't make any sense. Now on to kind of getting into some of the hackathon stuff. Y'all know Defolio? So Defolio, we see ourselves as a big community of communities. So ETHDenver isn't like, yes, we're branded ETHDenver, yes, we do Buffett Corns and all that, but really everybody, every project that's here is part of a community of communities. To us, that is kind of the concept of Web3. So Defolio helps produce the hackathon. And they've been our partner now for 3 years. We've dialed in a lot of things. We've really improved a lot of things. And quite frankly, I think this was probably our most successful year in terms of execution. And big kudos to them. You're gonna see Denver, literally his name is Denver. If you haven't met him, his given name is Denver and he's from India. It could not be better to be helping us produce ETHDenver with that name. So big shout out to them. And you will find them at other hackathons globally as well. So by all means, say hello to them as well. Feedback, please. Get your phones out. Don't listen to me. We'll put this up again. It's actually all over the venue as well. Tell us what you think. We do take feedback. We do look at every piece of feedback, actually. We do look at it. There is a scientific way that we look at it, and we do care very much about experience of the event. We know we don't do everything perfect, but at the same time, we put in a heavy amount of effort and experience. This year's two kind of main themes were curiosity and intimacy. We wanted it to feel more As we got big, it gets hard to scale those kinds of things. And I think in the noise to signal ratio, just getting big and scaling, kind of you miss some of that intimacy. So we kind of reduced the size of the stages this year. We made it more intimate. It was a lot. I thought it was a big success. But you tell us what you think. It's a pretty simple thing. It literally takes 10 seconds. I love you too. It takes 10 seconds to do this. It's like super easy. And by the way, even if you don't have much to say, just going in and doing the one question is really valuable to us. It's actually incredibly valuable, so do that. All right, Sporked Out board voting is open, and it closes at 11:59 p.m. on February 26th. So scan this one. Now this one's gonna take you to app.ethdenver.com, powered by Unicorn, shameless plug. I promised Russell I would do that. Russell and Griff Gardner, the guys at Unicorn, you saw the unicorns running around here during the event. They built our event app, again, Community of Communities. I felt like it was probably the most seamless Web3 experience of ticketing that we've done so far. So thank you to them and the Lemonade team, as well as many others who did integrations. All right, Polymarket. We're gonna start getting into the hackathon. Yeah, Polymarket degenning. Who wants to degen? Let's do this. Well, it's not gonna be degen. We're gonna FAFO a little bit here, okay? I'm just keeping an eye on my time here. I'm a little bit over. We are in a tight timeline, but I'm gonna get to this. So you're gonna see 10 finalists, 2 from each track, and we put them into a Polymarket, and you're gonna have the ability to bet on them here. Yeah. Now, I'm not front running anything. I don't know anything. I literally don't. So don't accuse us of like trying to farm you or something. If somebody's doing that, it's not us. I promise. But anyway, we haven't advertised this. We haven't told anybody about it. It literally has been under wraps, so it can become hopefully a natural thing. But anyway, here's where you go. So I saw all the phones go up. Bunch of degens. That's all right. We love you anyways. All right, I'm gonna leave this up here for another 10 seconds. I will tell you, Polymarket has come in a big way to support builders. If you're not aware, they are very interested in engaging developers for Polymarket's future and success. So go talk to them. They're around still. They were very big supporters of Camp Biddle this year. And if you don't know what Camp Biddle is, I think I saw Cup of Joseph around here. He's over there. So Cup of Joseph, Kevin Merrick from our team produced a free boot camp. So it takes you from 0 to 100. Very successful this year. And we plan to continue to do it into the future. All right, so we're gonna move on. Oh, let me get my friends from Akindo. Where are you? So we had a pitch fest yesterday. If you didn't catch it, it was pretty awesome. And these guys put in a lot of work to make that work. Again, Community of Communities. We don't have the staff, the time, or the resources to produce everything. So we look for the best of breed, the best of show to come. And Akindo's has demonstrated themselves to be a very effective partner for sort of the notion of incubation, development, and really accelerating projects to the next level, and not just funding them and winding them up and having them go, but actually seeing through their success. So, you ready?
Yeah, thank you.
Sir.
Thank you, John.
And then just hit down when you go.
Okay. All right, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. How was ETHDenver, guys? Yeah. All right, thanks, guys. I'm Moz, CSO of Akindo. It's an honor to stand here and to introduce our platform, Akindo, during the closing ceremony as a partner of ETHDenver. So, who are the founder here? Yeah, a bunch of them. And who is investor of venture capital? All right. Yeah, and who is ecosystem, such as L1, L2. Right, so nice. It's a good percentage. So and Akindo is for all of you. So we organize, as John said, ETHVC and Pitch Fest at ETHDenver with VAFCON Ventures. And some of you here probably came to our event and felt the sparks and the energies between founders and the venture capitals and ecosystems. So you know what? We don't care what the market is at the moment, right? Yeah. And what we do is keep building because we all believe in the future of Web3. And I'm happy to be here with all of you, full of passions. So, yeah, thanks, guys. So let me introduce what Akindo is to help so Akindo is the world's first founder success platform, and we exist for the one simple reason, to help founders to win. Not just build, not just pitch, but actually succeed. Connecting founders globally, and over the past few years, we've collaborated with major companies around the world. We create opportunities where founders can connect with investors and users, ecosystem partners, because success doesn't happen in isolation, and it happens through connection. So as you can see, as you saw in the slide, we've partnered with the leading global conferences, ETHDenver, DevCon, ECC, Token Consensus, WebEx, and more. And we've honored Demo Day. We hosted Demo Days and investor showcases across continents. And we are proud to partner with the ETHDenver team. And ETHDenver presents global momentum. But Akindo is not only about offline opportunities. We also provide financial support because exposure is powerful, but capital accelerates growth. Through Akindo, founders gain three things. One, funding opportunities from top VCs, exposure at major global conference, direct support from top-tier ecosystems. And this is what founder success looks like. It's structured growth path for builders. Buildathon is our core approach. Maybe some of you know, and it is not a hackathon. Hackathons are shorter term, and Buildathon are longer term, and hackathon focus on demo, and Buildathon focus on business, and hackathon lasts days, and Buildathon lasts months. Just simply approach is different, and the goal is simple, to generate killer applications. So basically products, users, tractions. The hackathon is a project to be created, and the grant program is for project to be launched. And the acceleration program is for project to turn into business. So basically our Buildathon covers everything for founders to be successful. And here you can see like top teams from our Buildathon doesn't just get support from ecosystem, they get involved to our deal room. So basically inside the deal room, they connect directly with partner VCs. For example, Spartan, and Multicoin, 1KX, OISGs, SNG, and more. So they were all our partners, and this is where fundraising conversations begin. So yeah, we continue to support founders and beyond this stage. So if you are building something serious, if you want ecosystem support, and if you want investor access, stay connected with Akindo and follow us. Join our Buildathon, enter the deal room. Yeah. And finally, I want to say we were in an era of ecosystem, but sooner or later, an era of application layer will come. So we will be back to ETHDenver next year, guys, right? We will be back. Yeah. And even more powerfully, so let's keep building together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, John.
You are very welcome. Okay, well, so y'all get enough swag? You realize we're like the swag kings around here, and queens, and everybody. I mean, Joseph, that is like, I mean, the skate decks are pretty dope. Yeah, dude. So we kind of, I don't want to say that we fully invented crypto swag, but we kind of did. Everybody's trying to get at our game, but I mean, even these hoodies and stuff are super fun. So hopefully you got enough swag, but there's a difference between swag, like free giveaways, right? Swag's great. We even had people here with like bars of soap because none of us shower. Yeah, Dial, hilarious. But there's a difference between swag and free internet money. So Bitrefill's here, and they're about to give away their 1 ETH. So if you didn't know about this, now you know. Come on up, guys.
All right. I was told to attempt to channel my inner Steve Ballmer here and bring some energy, so I'll do my best. But I'm Thomas from Bitrefill, and we're here. I hope everyone, thank you. I hope everyone's had a great time here at ETHDenver. I know I have, and I've totally rugged the screen, so that's always a good thing as well, too. But who needs a screen until it's the drawing time? But hopefully everyone's feeling energized, reinvigorated about Ethereum, crypto, or as we like to call it, internet money. And why should we be excited about internet money? Or who here is excited about internet money? Anyone? All right. Well, I know I'm excited because ultimately internet money is what's going to power everything that we want to do and build, whether that's DeFi, AI agent payments, banking the unbanked, or just building an open financial system that works for everyone. But to actually have internet money work, we need to use it. And to use your money, you need to be able to earn, save, and spend. So hopefully, we at Bitrefill try to make that spending part of your internet money so you can actually use it easy. So the way that Bitrefill works is we've been around since 2014 and have helped over 1 million crypto native people be able to spend this magical internet money through prepaid virtual MasterCard and Visa cards, custom instant digital gift cards, eSIMs, and mobile phone top-ups. So that way you can actually use your crypto to pay for the things that you want and the things that you need. And we do this all in a way that you don't need an account. You get to keep all of that magical internet money in the wallet that you want to, or wherever you want to. We don't care. We want to give you the ability to spend that money in a both private, permissionless, and convenient way. So that brings us to why probably everyone's hanging out, listening to me ramble on here. But you probably run into someone in this nice banana slug yellow sweatshirt. Hopefully you've talked to someone on our team and have a matching wristband and got a fun little email. But basically, we always love ETHDenver, and to kind of, as an appreciation for the thousands of people who do use Bitrefill every single month to be able to cash out their ETH stablecoins and anything else that's in their wallet, we are giving away 1 ETH right here, right now. So let's get to the exciting part. Let's find out who's going to walk away from ETHDenver 2026 with 1 ETH in their wallet. And to do that, there's a few things. Actually, I'll leave that part of the actual logistics so I don't end up with my foot in my mouth of what's going to happen next year.
All right, here we go, guys. It's the most exciting part of the evening. We are giving away 1 Ethereum, and that means 1 person in this crowd is going to walk away with some internet money. If you think that's going to be you, real quick, let me hear you make some noise. I don't even know if I should give it to them. That was kind of weak, guys. I mean, it's the closing ceremony here at ETHDenver. This isn't the Denver Public Library, guys. One more time, if you want to win that Ethereum, make some noise! Yeah, that's much better. Okay, awesome. So if you came by our booth and you signed our format and accepted all the terms and also have one of these bracelets, you should have an email that has a number in it. That email is titled, what's the title again of that email? You caught the internet money. So go into your emails, look for the title that says you caught the internet money, and that's gonna be your number. What we're gonna do, we're gonna draw 10 numbers. If your number is called, you will come up on stage and you are a finalist. If there's only one number that's called and only one person comes up on the stage, you automatically win. The winner's also gonna walk with this beautiful trophy. So you get to walk with the ETH, a trophy, a lot of fun things to go home with. All right, so if you guys are ready, should we get into this raffle? Let's do it. Okay, cool. Let's start it up.
How do we still enter?
GG's, brother.
All right. We got it.
All right, these are the first couple numbers. Looks like it's 10, 395, 319, 314, 410, 14, 18, 224, 189, and 523. If you have that number, please come up on stage now. We're gonna give you a minute or two to check your emails. We're gonna give you a minute. If no one comes up, we will re-roll. Okay. A whole minute. And the clock is, okay, we have 1, 2, it's like 3. Let's make some noise for our final contestants. Oh, and she's wearing the Internet Money hoodie. That might be some bonus points. It's probably brought you good luck. She doesn't work for Bit Refill, we promise. Oh, that's right. So what numbers do you guys have? Okay, 14. We got 14, what was the other one? 319, and last number? Here's our 3 finalists.
Okay. Give it a little shake.
All right, here we go. And our winner is 395. You are walking home with 1 Ethereum and the trophy. Was that you?
Next person's up.
All right, thank you all for participating. Keep in touch with Bit Refill, and better luck next year if you didn't win. We'll see you at the next one.
Who's going to Blunt down? Yeah. I'll see y'all there.
Thanks, guys. All right, while we're getting the couches set up, man down. Throw up my slides, will you? There you go. Okay, reminder, if you haven't done this, please do it while we're doing this. Couple of other housekeeping things. A general announcement to the team. So we, as is customary, we do a team photo on stage. We're gonna do it at 5 o'clock here on stage, so hopefully we're done by then, but we might bleed over a little bit. But if you're part of the team, part of the crew, if you have a crew badge, steward badge, or the core team, please meet here at 5 o'clock for the annual team photo. Cool. All right. Where I'm gonna put this back on that. So, where's Denver? Nah, Colorado. Where's the other Denver from DevFolio? Is he here? No worries. All right, so for everybody who doesn't know how this goes, we have a panel of celebrity judges, and waiting for Denver to get here so we can introduce them. I think we were also trying to track one of them down, probably in a beanbag somewhere. Just kidding. But we have 2 finalists from each track. That means there'll be 10 projects that are going to come and present on stage here. And then, as we said earlier, there's a poly market that's getting opened on these. So you'll be able to see from the Devfolio link. And actually, I guess we could put that back up again. So if you go here, you'll see the projects. Now, I was told that this was the poly market, but it's not. It's actually just the Devfolio link to the finalists. We're going to get a QR code for that as soon as I have it. Where's Denver? Is he here? Oh, there he is. Come here, dude. Hey, Denver. Give Denver a round of applause, please. So Devfolio, as I mentioned, has been working with us for years. Denver changed his name because he thought ETHDenver was so cool. I'm just kidding. It was actually his birth name. I'm not joking about that. He'll tell you. And we're going to let him introduce the celebrity judges. You ready to do that? Yeah. And then kind of give everybody an idea of how this works? Sure. Great. Well, I'm going to get off the stage. I'm going to unplug this guy. And I'm going to go get a vitamin B drip. Actually, I'll be back. But Denver, go ahead and plug in, guys. Take it away, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sean. And yeah, this time, we're very glad that to see the results of the hackathon. We had 184 projects submitted this time for the hackathon, and yeah, it's a great turnout by our standards, and like a lot of the judges and us were blown away by the quality of projects that ended up submitting. And now I'd like to call on stage the celebrity judges for today. Anshuman? Do I? All right. Cool. So we have Griff Green, the legend. This is your 3rd time being a celebrity judge for ETHDenver, and we also have half human, half Claude bot, Mr. Austin Griffith. Come up.
What's up?
And man who probably doesn't need any introduction at this moment, Tomas.
Are we all gonna sit?
I think we got Ali on.
Okay.
And we have Ellie from Espresso. Yes. Thank you all for making the time today. And how this is going to work is that we're going to have 10 teams pitch from, like there were 5 tracks, and there are going to be 10 teams, 2 from each track present here. And what you will have to do is each of you will give us your pick of one project that you thought matches what you believe in and what you think is best. So that, and they, like all 10 here, get an honorable mention, but the ones that you pick will get another additional prize by you folks. And then finally, you will also help us decide one winner, and we'll have to get you all to be in consensus to get to one winner who will be the winner of the poly market prize. So we're running a poly market right now. That all the 10 teams are going to be live on poly market anytime now, and then finally the market will resolve with the announcement of one winner picked by our celebrity judges.
So
Sound good?
we each pick our own favorite, but also we need to come to consensus on the favorite.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Can we just bet on the poly market and that's the one that wins, you know? Like we just decide?
You could.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do we have the teams ready to present? I'm going to check with Ashwin here if he's around.
Dude, it's just such a scam.
Ashwin?
It's like they're so fast and like all
Ashwin.
different.
And then
Are they
whales,
manipulated?
they're
Is that
totally
why?
manipulating
Yeah.
it. You'll see it like 30 seconds left and it'll be like $10. That's fine. Do you guys want the entertainment? I can. Yeah.
Sounded like Cup of Joe.
Yeah, it was. It's Cup of Joe. We're having banter over here, you know?
All right. You have the first winners for the Ether Space track. And the name is Chaincraft Games by Team Chaincraft. Can we have a round of applause for them?
Yeah. I'll take this. You can...
We gotta have questions. Keep it in.
All right, hello everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, nice. You even got notes.
Oh, yeah. Guys,
Just sharing everything. Okay.
if I can't TLDR.
Let's see. Okay. So I am Ryan Beltran with Chaincraft, the AI game creation ecosystem. When you have an idea, usually it dies before it even comes to being prototyped, especially in the game industry, because you have one game mechanic, just one really good idea, you're gonna have to build everything around it. So that was sort of the problem that we saw early on with games and wanted to tackle that. We thought you could actually have that one good idea, that one good mechanic, that maybe we could use AI to build around it, and you could iterate it and have people come and give you feedback or actually launch it on our platform. So actually right now, we are in beta, and I have a game right here called Superhero Showdown. I'm gonna have a QR code if anybody wants to try to join and play that, and we could see if we can play that live. And if you do join, somebody else joins before you, you can actually just chat in the chat with us, because it's a live session, and it basically works where everybody, you choose a superhero, and then AI is gonna battle both of your superheroes. So I'll leave that in the background while that goes to see if anybody joins. So ideas in, income out. One idea, you can build a playable game around it. You can invite others to come. If you really like it and build it, you can mint it. You can mint that mechanic, and you own it, and you can earn royalties from it in the future. We feel like this is a good flywheel for growth going forward. Let's see. So for the hackathon, we had already actually built the foundation of the platform, but what we added was something called token duels, where you can actually bet and wager on the outcomes of the games that were played. We added in-game creation, item creation, where you could take items from one game to another, so that the games are not siloed. This is sort of this big remixable like ecosystem that we want to build, and there's cross-pollination. We added QR that you saw so that you can just easily join. And then lastly, we had 25% reduction in our AI token costs that we did during this hackathon. So there's a lot of other like AI game builders, app builders out there, and we have all these here, these features that they do not. You have AI actually allowed in the game and not just to help you create it. You can have it determine outcomes. You can have it be a narrator or do other things. It's another tool in the tool chest for the creators. This is also browser and mobile-based first, no downloads, very low friction, 2 clicks, and you have a wallet thanks to Third Web. And you can spectate gameplay and building. And a big part of this is also the social layer, the native multiplayer, and the interop between the different games. And all of this is actually open source because we want to grow it with the community as we go forward. So one of the ways that we have incentivized people to come and stay and build on our platform is one, token duels. You can build a game and earn from the fees that people wager on. The item economy, so that you can actually create items and interop them and sell them. Like we want to go into card packs and TCG, and then in the future, create a subscription model. So that is our flywheel. Let's see. I'm gonna see if we got anybody to try. Oh, we got a lot of people in this. Some other people already played it, and it did not work. Wow. I think we got overwhelmed. Never had 3 people join a two-player game. But anyway, that is our platform. You can build play.chaincraft.games if you want to test it out. It's in beta, so it's very wonky right now, but every day gets better and better. Here's the 3 featured games. The one I mentioned, there's a job interview simulator. There's just a bunch of games that people have created. And you can go back and edit games, share games. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't know how much further I went off of 5 minutes, but any questions from the celebs?
And are the games token gated or using
Yes,
a token?
so-
or what's the on-chain aspect of the game?
Yes. So when you come and you iterate on our platform, when you finally like the game that you want, you mint it and it creates this NFT that looks like a old school N64 cartridge. So it has that visual, but it actually has like the game spec data all inherently there. So it can be tied to you. And in the future, we want you to be able to earn royalties and just be able to prove that that's your game. So right now it's just games. In the future, it's going to be like modular parts of games, music, graphics, sound, things like that.
So it's an NFT that represents the game.
Yes, that is at the moment. And then also the game items that we are now launching that you can create in game. Those are also NFTs that you can use between games.
I'm working on my own game launcher, and I did the same thing, and so did Song a Day Man. Like having the graphics on the cartridges is just such a cool, nostalgic, and it's so easy to do now because AI can just one-shot the image. So one of my favorite parts of that is that.
Thank you.
That.
Any other questions?
And so is the idea other people can make games for it? And I'm curious, is that something they use your UI to do, or how would someone come in and make a game for it?
Yes, so they can just come right in, and there's on the homepage, there is a just place to prompt and start a game. And the thing that we want to differentiate, because there's a lot of AI app builders out there, we have this whole ecosystem that we're trying to build that's very community-driven, and interoperable and multiplayer right out of the gate. And then it's also very Web 2 friendly. Like I have gone to game conventions or game events and I can just pull out my phone like, hey, you want to play this game? And they're on chain with the wallet in 2 seconds. They don't even know. They're just focused on like, hey, I want to play this cool game or make this cool game. So we want to grow in that way.
And why the wallet? Like if it's just collecting the NFT, the wallet has nothing to do with the actual gameplay. Is there any?
Because you own the game. We want you, if you create something, to be able to own it.
Sure, the guy who creates it owns it, but what about the players?
About the players? So in the future, there's going to be items like you would in many other like TCGs. Like if you want to buy cards, you want to collect cards, you want to open packs. That's sort of the direction we're going to go after this.
Founder pass required. I can't make a game.
Yeah, we token gated the actual creation. I can give you one. Anybody that just reached out on Discord, because we don't want it just bombarded by like AI tokens. We did this all with 24K in grants. Like we've been just scrappy, doing this for fun. Anybody wants to participate, reach out. Like we're open source and would love to grow with the community. So anybody wants a pass, just hit us up in Discord or in the global chat, and we will put one in your account, your profile.
Why'd you choose Arbitrum?
I've always liked Arbitrum. I don't know if anybody knows the Senko games. I love them. I thought they made some amazing games and were very creative. And they launched on Arbitrum, And just the whole time as Arbitrum has grown, I thought they just had a long-term vision, have been pretty solid, and I can just know that they're going to be there in like 10 years. So, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. No, thank you all. Thank you all very much.
Great job, man.
All right. Before you leave, the ETHDenver team has this awesome skateboard for you. So congratulations. Awesome. Round of applause for Chaincraft Games. Coming up next, we have Stake Clash from Boiler Blockchain. Now, yeah, turns out Boiler Blockchain is from Purdue, and we had 60 hackers from Purdue alone here. So round of applause for that. Woo. Just a heads up, we have like 5 plus 3, so 5 minutes for the host. All right, folks, all the best.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name's Chris.
I'm Adi.
I'm Jazib. And we're from Purdue and Boiler Blockchain. We built Stake Clash for our project. So this is Stake Clash, our submission to the ETHDenver hackathon. Stake Clash turns staking into a competitive strategy game. You deposit crypto such as Ethereum, USDC, or Hedera, which is what we currently support. That deposit earns real yield in the background through existing DeFi infrastructure. We're not here to create new staking protocols or lending protocols. We're here to route to them. Now here's where it actually gets interesting. That yield becomes proportional in-game resources. Here's what actually gets interesting. That yield becomes proportional in-game resources. Each cryptocurrency represents a different resource inside of your fortress. Those resources are what you use to build, upgrade, attack, defend, and compete throughout the entire season. And at the end of the season, a couple cool things happen. You receive your full principal back, and in addition to that, you receive a larger or smaller share of the pooled yield regarding to how much of the resources you've collected during the season. So all in all, you're not gambling your deposit, you're competing over yield. So let's actually deposit and make this real. To streamline this process a little bit, we preloaded the account with both USDC and ETH, and we're gonna deposit Hedera right now, just to show you guys how that works. So when I deposited ETH, I unlocked the Diamond Forge, which is in the bottom left over there. That generates diamonds, which buff speed. USDC fuels gold, which buff attack, and mana, which powers cooldown and reduces the cooldown on abilities. When I deposited Hedera, I unlocked the Ore Mine, which strengthens defense. As I confirm these transactions, they're being sent on chain, and I'm gonna hand it over to Adi to show you guys what that looks like on the back end.
Here in the admin panel, you can see deposits being tracked live and have control over season timing. Hedera deposits are verified through mirror nodes. ETH and USDC are direct on-chain transfers on the Treasury wallet. There are no off-chain ledgers. Every movement is publicly verifiable. Now I'm gonna start the season. For this demo, it's just gonna be 1 minute long, but in practice, it'll be closer to 30 days to allow yield to accrue. The moment the season begins, a time-locked refund transaction is created using Hedera's native schedule service. You can see it here. It's already scheduled. This guarantees deposits are returned at season's end, at the end of the season. Not because we promised it, but because the network enforces it. Even if our backend goes offline, the refund still executes. And as an added safeguard, we built a Hero CLI schedule plugin that lets developers execute, monitor, and verify these scheduled transactions directly from the terminal, providing a clear fallback and audit layer on top of the native enforcement. Here, I'll show one instance command. Now I'm gonna turn it back to Chris.
Now let's head back to the Learn page so you guys can better comprehend how this whole system sort of fits into this gameplay. So once the season starts, your deposits are locked for that season period. Yield begins accumulating in the background, and that yield converts the daily resource production with different benefits. The more you deposit, the more resources you get. So that encourages a bigger prize pool while people are still not risking their initial capital. Now let's look at the strategy layer. Factories determine how fast you scale. You can invest early to compound production or hold resources later for a late season push. You might choose to aggressively raid opponents to steal their in-game balances, or you might fortify your base to make attacks against you less profitable. You could even upgrade your hero for successful raids against other players. There's no single optimal strategy. Different play styles will win different seasons. This unpredictability is what makes this a competitive and social ecosystem.
All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's focus on the gaming aspect of this. So as you can see from the previous slide, we had 6 heroes that you can choose from. Each of those heroes represented who you play as in the game. They can defend your fortress while others attack and raid opponents in clash mode, which is what you're seeing. Battles are short and skill-based and strategic as shown as audio is playing right now. We have selected a samurai as the hero for us, and personally, we loved making this game because of the customizability and also uniqueness that we came from the combat system. Each hero has 3 abilities. The samurai, for example, has a dash ability, a shield ability, and an ultimate, which was the red thing that you guys saw previously. Now, each hero has unique abilities to enhance the competitiveness environment, and the goal basically of these games is to defeat the attacking enemies and the other players' heroes. By raiding other players, you're not actually touching the principal deposit, you're not touching their base yield, but you're actually touching the in-game resources balance derived from the yield. This is what makes it fundamentally different from just gambling on Plinko or whatever.
Now let's return to the admin stage. At the end of the season that I scheduled earlier, settlement happens automatically. The scheduled Hedera transaction executed. Mirror nodes have confirmed it, and now the confirmation has triggered cross-chain refunds for ETH and USDC, which I deposited earlier. Here you can see how those on-chain confirmations are being sent out and the actual transaction that has occurred. There's no manual intervention, no admin override, no trusting the developers blindly. Everyone will receive their full principal back, and they would receive their portion of the staking yield based on their own resources. But there just wasn't enough time for that to accrue during this short demo. Even if you lose every battle, your capital remains intact and earning. Now I'm going to turn it back to Chris to explain the testnet.
So basically, it's not completely possible to demonstrate this on the testnet with a staking protocol because those are not available on the testnet. But once we turn to the mainnet, we'll be able to demonstrate that in full. And we already have the infrastructure built for that. So all in all, Stake Clash removes principal risk from crypto gaming. It removes unsustainable token emissions, and it transforms passive staking into a competitive strategy that capitalizes on the strengths of the EVM. You don't risk your deposit, you compete over what your assets are already earning in a competitive gaming social layer. That's not gambling, that's competitive yield, and that's what Stake Clash offers. Do you guys have any questions?
When the players deposit into the staking protocols, like how did you implement this? Is this kind of like a wrapper contract around, say, Aave that handles distributing the yield? Like how do the contracts work in the back end?
So right now we have a treasury wallet where it gets sent to that treasury wallet, and then once it's on mainnet, it'll be at the start of the season. It would be swapped to either a lending protocol if it's USDC or a staking protocol if it's like Ethereum, and then the scheduled transaction is scheduled to refund everybody's initial deposits, and then at the end of the season, it's swapped back from that liquid staking token to the native cryptocurrency.
So it is a smart contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
These graphics are amazing.
Yep, that's part.
Did you actually do the gameplay and all of this during the hackathon?
Yeah.
Like, how did you get all this done?
2 hours of sleep each day. We started 2-3 nights ago.
Nice. What's your AI setup like? How much credits? How many tokens did you spend? How many?
Yeah, everybody's asking that. I mean, we each have like 10 accounts probably. I'm using Nano Banana Pro and Google Flow to make the entire UI, basically.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
So it's like a no-loss brawler is how I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Cool mechanism. And Hedera is an Alt L1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're out of time. But well done, guys. That was amazing.
Yep.
All right. So as John mentioned about the poly market, which we have set up for the top 10 finalists for ETHDenver 2026, you can scan this QR code to find the list of these top 10 finalists, and then you can go to this link, again, scan this QR code on poly market so as to, bid on these top 10 finalists for ETHDenver 2026. And with that, we have done the Ether Space top 2 finalists judging, the celebrity judging. And now we have Devtopia, for which Hongjae is here. Please welcome Hongjae with a huge round of applause.
Hi, my name is Wonjae, and I would like to present a Tabula, a zero-knowledge kernel for typed and tabular state transitions. So it's a kind of new ZK virtual machine. The one-line thesis is Tabula shifts the ZK abstraction boundary from proving ISA execution to proving state transition correctness. Instead of proving a VM executed these steps, Tabula proves given old root and an ordered batch of transactions, the resulting new root is exactly correct under the state semantics. So let me start with the problem. So general purpose ZK virtual machines, what we use today, like SP1 or RISC-0, whether they are incredibly powerful and general, but they have that trade-off. So for example, if they want to, they always have to prove all the traces, the RISC-V architecture, and it is not actually essential for the business logic. It is just an emulation of the hardware, so it makes too much text for the proving the hardware logics. So in the most stateful systems, what we actually care about is first, we read the valid prior state, and second, enforce the transition rules, and next, write the next state, and lastly, prove the commitment updated correctly. So ZK virtual machine forces all of this to be expressed as machine mechanics. A single logical database read by key becomes a long chain of virtual machine operations. So computing addresses, calling the built-ins or system calls, decoding bytes, moving values through the stack and locals that are too much noises. So, and even worse, the memory consistency work in a ZK VM tends to cover everything the virtual machine considers memory. It has to sort every traces, like even if it is 1 million or more, it has to trace all of them to check if the memory is correctly used. So ZK virtual machine have 3 problems: ISA overhead and global RAM consistency. And also, if we want to make a stateful system, we have to implement something like Merkle tree inside the virtual machine. So the tabular thesis is change the proof boundary. So tabular treats the so tabular treats state as the first class semantic object. Schema type tables as canonical addressing. So this enables the per type specialization. So we can already know in the compile time statically analyze which key we have to access. So we can eliminate the RAM consistency checking with this technology. Yeah. So with the true SSA locals, this is we don't have to sort everything, the memory. We have to just see the key and do the lookup one time and ensure that we have the correct memory. And also, we can write many times with the SSA form. The IR enforces the canonical normalized form. Yeah, so very short demo for this. So we can, there is a tabular DSL. I have made the programming language. So we can declare the table, and we can declare the transaction types. So we can connect and check if it has correct normalization form, and we have to deploy them. And if we submit the batch, we can really make the Stark proof in real time. Yeah, so this is it, and thank you very much.
I don't think I'm smart enough to ask a smart question about this one. It's very technical. When you said to change the proof boundary, could you explain I'm 5, the trade-offs between what yours does and what other proof boundaries do? Remember, I'm 5.
Yeah.
Explain it. Okay.
So, sorry, I haven't prepared the pitch, but so ZK virtual machines do made every traces the machine RISC-V architecture does, and prove the state transition, the trace is correct. Like if you want to prove the OP add, we just see the 2 traces and we prove that 2 things are valid. And also, in order to check if we used memory correctly, we have to sort every traces in the chronological time and also the addresses, because it uses the random access memory type. But actually, that is not necessary. We can just declare our type system and table system, and we can know in the compile time before the execution what key we have to access. But the ZK virtual machines cannot know that. So we can optimize very aggressively in this. And also we use the compiler technology to enforce those things are possible. So it has 2 trust boundaries. First is the compiler. If we know it really passed all of the passes the compiler enforces, then the things we have to prove becomes very much lower. Yeah, so that's my point.
What's the percentage efficiency improvement compared to leading solutions?
So I have finished it just before I submit the project, but so it is not an official benchmark, but if we have to prove something very small with the ZK virtual machine like SP1 or RISC-0, in this laptop, it usually takes 40 to 50 seconds, even the smallest ones. But with my project, the Tabula, I can see that it makes 3 proofs in 1 second. Wow. So it's actually, it is faster. It is, inevitable thing. The model is very different.
I don't 100% understand it. I understand some of what has happened here, but I would say it's clear to me that you need to keep building in Ethereum and keep sticking around and keep shipping things.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, man, this is insane. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Tabula by 1J. Next up, we have Umbra Greatway by Chris. Round of applause for Chris.
All right. Hi, my name is Chris. My project focuses on privacy. There was a really good talk a couple of days ago. The privacy group at the EF gave a talk about sort of the current art of privacy. And my project fits within that spectrum, right? The key thing is, like, we all know that wallets are horrible with privacy, right? MetaMask, Rainbow Wallet, like most wallets are connecting analytics, their proprietary APIs, and centralized RPC providers. There's a lot of data leakage across the wallet spectrum. The current art right now that I found really interesting, there's the Helios Lite client, there's L2s like Aztec, and then there's transaction-focused privacy like Railgun and privacy pools, and then there's what I call the privacy Fat Wallet, which is the Kohaku project out of the EF. So this really is an extension of Kohaku. Just really quick, when you connect a wallet to an RPC provider, essentially this is all the data that you're leaking at the network layer, right? Your IP address, the data about your calls, methods, transaction data, browser data, there's all sorts of stuff that goes across the wire. And if you're using a centralized RPC service, they have all the rest of your information, right? Like your email account, Stripe and payment account, fiat, project keys, things like that. So the collection of data, you can really do a lot of correlative analysis on. And even if they're not doing that correlative analysis, even if they're good players, which I know they all are, you're subject to their security, right? If they have a data leak, your information gets out, regardless if they wanted to or not. So this is really about privacy all the way down. The architecture is basically, I forked Ambir, the Kohaku, I layered in Helios and an X402 gateway proxy, and I'm running a local Tor within the wallet. On the other side, and this is the majority of the work, was the gateway running on a Tor endpoint. It provides an X402 provider, a reverse proxy, and then nodes, right? So that could be a centralized node provider like Infura, or it could be me running my own nodes. And I can go to a demo really quick. So this is the wallet. As you can see, the RPC I'm connecting to is an onion. Oops, sorry about that. I have status lights above here, so you can see that Tor is running but not connected, no X402. I'm using base Apole here. So here's an onion address I'm connecting to. This is just running locally to my computer right now. When it does that, it starts getting all of the calls. What you just see right now in the activity window is the X402 payment. The wallet is getting a token in which it can now make authenticated calls against the gateway. And it fills in the ETH, and I did an ETH call for the USDC in this wallet. Now, to demonstrate where the leakages could come from, I have like raw RPC calls baked into the wallet, right? So if you do a block number call, here you can see that it's coming from Helios. You get a live block number that's going up. And all non-state calls are the same thing, gas price. None of this is leaving the network on my computer. Get balance, on the other hand, is a different story. This is going through Helios, but Helios needs to do a get proof call to an upstream RPC provider, to an execution node. So it's doing that get proof call. through the network, through the Onion network. There it is. I got the get proof call, validated the return, and now we have the JSON RPC result, as you see here in the window. As a final thought, I was going to do a live Wireshark, but this network is so busy, I can't actually find the calls on this network. So I isolated myself yesterday, and I did the calls, and I kind of put them in this presentation here. So MetaMask does a total of 83 calls when it bootstraps. These are proprietary APIs. These are all of the Infura.io networks. It's Sentry, it's Segment, it's all sorts of stuff, all there for your convenience, all leaking private information. This is what the Umbra-enabled wallet looks like. So you can see this top base Sepolia is Helios bootstrapping, the X402 facilitator, and then the 3 calls that we make to the upstream provider for the get proofs and some of the bootstrap information. And here you see basically the SOX logs here is all the traffic that's going through the Tor network. So basically, it trust minimizes or leak minimizes the amount of information that you're pushing through the network. That's it.
Can you connect the wallet to a dApp?
So I did work on a Wallet Connect gateway for that, but I ran out of time. So the idea is that this could be any kind of wallet. You would connect to it like a Ledger Live. Ledger Live runs in a very similar model. You could connect it like that and connect it into dApps. That being said, some dApps use their own RPC providers. So like mine doesn't take care of that. It's really just the local wallet traffic.
And when I think of X402, I think of a payment channel, like I'm sending payments. What does the wallet do with X402? I mean, like you can just like put someone's address in and send them some crypto out of your wallet, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What does the X402 piece of it do?
So think of it like a payphone, right? If we consider RPC the dial tone of the internet, if you connect from your house, you're connecting from your personal landline or something like that. The X402 is the coin that goes in the payphone. So this wallet connects and negotiates the X402 payment. If you have USDC in there, it will make the payment, get a validated token, and then can start making calls against the gateway. So really, it's the gateway that enables this.
So your wallet is private, but it has to pay someone to have the Onion access, basically.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
That's a good use case for X402.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
We've recently seen some release of the Tor integrations for various aspects of the Ethereum network. Have you been inspired by that, or you've been working on it totally independently?
I would say there's some inspiration, like the things that I know that are around the ecosystem are like Tor integrations, NIM, the Gnosis VPN stuff. I think the issue that I have right now is that it's all very low level in terms of I have to do this in an Electron app so I can run a binary, a sidecar binary to attach to the network. I think it would be really awesome to get something in WASM so that it's ultra portable and you can have it execute anywhere, like extension, browser. I prefer Electron apps because you're not subject to browser exploits like extensions.
What is Kohaku doing right, and what is Kohaku doing wrong?
I like that Kohaku is building this like fat app of like privacy first on by default. You can kind of choose how it's routing. I think what it does wrong, and this is, okay, so I'm an infrastructure guy, right? I'm coming from the lower level. I think the wallet always gets down to the RPC and then it's like, okay, now it's not my problem. That's where I see, that's what really inspired this project and why I wanted to work on it, because like that's the gap. You have people doing chains, you have people doing wallets, but that RPC layer is the issue.
But that could be your project too. It doesn't even have to be a wallet. It could be an X402 Onion gateway, and that could be the project itself, and Kohaku could use it.
Exactly. The reason the wallet isn't the project, the wallet was a way to demo the project. The project was actually the gateway, yeah.
Got it.
Cool. Awesome, thank you.
Great, Bill.
Awesome. That's Umbra Gateway by Ajay. That's Eventgraph by Ajay. All right. Eventgraph, right? All right. All right. Next up, we got Eventgraph by Ajay. Round of applause for Ajay.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Ajay. I am building Event Graph. So Event Graph is a aggregation and intelligence layer for prediction markets. So right now the prediction markets are exploding, like Polymarket, Kalshi, Limitless, and Opinion Trade, but they're fragmented. So if you're a trader, you want to open multiple tabs, manually search for events, and compare the price yourself. So what I have built is a unified layer for prediction markets. That means we unify all the markets across venues into a single graph. Instead of browsing multiple platforms, where you can check the cross-venue pricing, liquidity comparison, and I also built a real-time market dashboard. So, yes. If you see here, so this is the list of events across both Polymarket and Kalshi. For example, these are the list of events based on the volume I have shared. So these some of the events which will be same across both Polymarket and Kalshi. For an example, if we take Democratic presidential nomination, this particular event has 43 markets in Polymarket. So I have sorted it based on the volume, and each event has multiple markets across 43. If you see, these are the in this particular event, this is the top particular market. So if you click on each event, it will show you across all the markets which are there in this particular event based on the odds and more insights and features of this particular markets. Similarly, you can do the same thing for Kalshi. So Kalshi, it will provide the details of the events and across the markets based on the volume and other insights. The main thing is I also built a screener where you can sort and categorize it based on the Polymarket, Kalshi categories, whether you want to specific look for politics, crypto, or anything. And also you can sort based by volume, whichever it is. And the main thing is, the main problem is this compare. This is what the cross-venue I have built. So these are the list of events across both Kalshi and Polymarket. If you see who will Trump nominate Fed chair, so this particular event has been there on both Polymarket and Kalshi. So if you see on Polymarket, there's the volume is 29 million, and in Kalshi it's 3 million, and the odds both are the same markets. So you can see the cross venue and find out whichever the platform you have a better price, so that you can buy S for sometimes in Kalshi Polymarket you can find 2%, 5% better prices, so you can make better decisions based on that cross venue. So also if you want to directly place order, you can directly click it. It will take you to the Polymarket specific market. Right now the focus is smart routing, but in future we'll be adding execution layer as well. That's it. On top of it, other main thing is arbitrage opportunities. So with the cross venue, how based on the markets, events, and whatever we have was built. So it will fetch for find for all the markets and events. It will find out if there is any arbitrage opportunities. And once you get the arbitrage opportunities, you can just trade it and make profits. And one last thing is, so whatever you see so far, what all the markets, events, this is a chat GPT for event graph, which is, you can just ask in natural language, show me the top markets by volume across Polymarket, Kalshi, or whatever the questions you can ask, it will give you exact based on the data, whatever you have, so that you can make informed decisions. Yeah, this is what in short.
How in like the back end, how are you kind of programmatically matching the markets between Kalshi and Polymarket? Since they might have like different wording, are you using like AI to kind of figure out
Yeah,
to match
exactly.
them?
So what I have done is I have used a database. So I have used a medallion architecture, which is silver, gold, and bronze. Bronze is the layer which extract the data, which is raw data. And then I have a silver layer which normalizes. During the normalization, it will find for a fuzzy word and find out the similarity matches. And then the gold layer is where the analytics is where it will show. So whatever you see, this happens within a short span of, within milliseconds, because I'm not using direct API. I have a database which has a multiple architects. So yeah.
Have you used this to make any money during the week?
Not yet. I'm still not sure about. I want to verify the data. So that's the main issue. So I am seeing some issue with Kalshi is not matching the data, but Polymarket data. Probably once I'm back, I'll get into it.
Nice.
When you discover an arbitrage opportunity, why would you ever display it on the front end instead of executing yourself?
Yeah, so the main, the issue right now is I want to, so whatever you see here, out of 800 markets, I see 14 arbitrage opportunities, but still I need to work on the data and do better research. And then once I finalize that this is really an opportunity, then I think I will be able to execute. So I think I should be better confident that whether this is an arbitrage opportunity or not.
But like he said, like, why would you make this available to the public? Why wouldn't you just take the free money glitch and move on?
No, I think the main thing is I am trying to build a unified dashboard and see, get some feedback, and probably I'll just try out and see, find out if I could make some quick money, and then probably open it for public.
But it is live, and people can go to eventgraph.ai and use it.
Yeah, but the data is right now I'm fetching it for every 30 minutes. It's not a real-time data. But yeah, main thing is data. So once you have a data, you will get multiple opportunities in future. Once you have a data, you can pull out AI agents and AI bots to just go and run and find out opportunities and execute it.
It seems very kind of like read-only. Since Kalshi and Polymarket probably have different like wallet assumptions, how do you go about actually placing a position once you have something you find?
So yeah, I'm planning out. So right now the focus is to cross-venue route, and then execution layer is build a wallet layer, and then probably you can execute in the same platform, because arbitrage opportunities happens which executes in seconds. You will miss out an opportunity. So that 1 minute, 1 second or 2 seconds gap can make you a difference. So I think having a execution layer on the same platform will be helpful to execute more.
It's really cool, the little piece of AI you added on top of this where it's got all of them. Can you ask it who it thinks the Democratic nominee will be? Just to see if it answers? I feel like there's a fun kind of like Oracle system happening here if it can aggregate together all the different prediction markets. Cool build. Where are you coming here from, by the way?
I'm Singapore.
Singapore, okay. Long flight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for staying up and working on this.
And you said that you basically froze the data, like it's from a few days ago or something?
No, I think I am just fetching for every 30 minutes. For the last 2 hours, I did not check if it has been...
So it's like every 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool, man.
And that's because each one has an API that you don't want to hammer?
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
Okay.
So right now, I'm focusing only on the top 1,000 markets. I'm not fetching everything, so yeah.
And once you get an execution layer, it will probably look something like you read and execute, and then you wait for a while, and then you read and execute really quickly. Yeah. Cool. Great project. Keep building.
Yeah, man. Incredible project. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ajay. Next up, we have project Parlez-Vous by, I hope I can say this, Team Only Friends. That's Friends. Round of applause for Parlez-Vous.
Hello, guys. We're just gonna set up here real quick. How's everyone feeling tonight? I can't see you, but I'll take your word for it. All right, so we are Team Only Friends, and we want to talk to you about Parlez-Vous. So we're a prediction market with a twist. Prediction markets have grown 130x since 2024. And more people are gambling all the time, every day. But yeah, well, there's that. But maybe we could show you another way with our platform. So the idea is we offer you the most beautiful DGen UI that we can make and give you the parlays that you want to have. But we have the differentiating factor of not taking all of your money whenever you somehow eventually lose. We will put 10% of the initial deposit into a pool and lock it away from you. You lost, we lock it away for 120 days. But you earn yield like the house for those 120 days. And maybe you look and you see, okay, I see parabolas, I could be winning, but you will see the other side. And that's what we kind of wanted to show. And without any further ado, I want to give it to the dev that made the UI, Dylan.
Thank you, Igor. Yes, so Parlez-Vous follows this hot pink, really entices you to throw your money at stuff. Start off on the main page, we got just a quick 1, 2, 3, pick your legs, stake your USDC, and hopefully win big. That's always the goal. Next, we have a little overview of how our Deja Vu vault works. So you bet $100, and as mentioned, when you lose that $100, you will get $10 of it back locked as USDC, and that will unlock after 120 days. So you just gotta wait 4 months to gamble it again. The max multiplier for your parlay is 500 times, so you could turn $1 into 500. You could put 5 max legs, or you could do 2, whatever fits your risk criteria. Parlez-Vous takes a 2.5% platform fee, which is pennies, who cares? Also, one of the greatest features of Parlez-Vous is you can be the house. You actually don't even need to gamble. Casinos make a lot of money, more money than all of us combined. And instead of being the gambler, you can actually be the house. So you could simply deposit your USDC on a vault. And when people lose money, that is going directly to your pocket. Parlez-Vous takes advantage of the 0G network, and we provide 3 AI models that are constantly providing you with curated parlays every 4 hours. And you could choose them, you could choose not to use them, you could make your own. And I'm actually gonna show you that here in a second. So we have the markets tab here. At the top, you can see highlighted is our AI curated parlays. We have the confidence level, the multiplier, the parlay itself, an explanation, and a one-click button to simply copy that parlay. Let's say you don't like it, none of those fit your boat, and you don't feel like waiting 4 hours for the next ones, you could just pick your own. You know what, I'll make that one a yes. And this one's a no, definitely. I wanna put $100 there. I see my payout, fee, odds, and I would hit buy ticket. But as we mentioned, we also have a vault. Here's where you would become the house. Also, this is also where your losing funds would come when you lose, but you never will. Again, just simply deposit your USDC, become the house, you get paid when people lose. We could run through a demo here actually really quick. So we have this bet put together. 1 second. This is on the base Sepolia network. There we go. Put too much, okay. Sorry, that did not work, but it will. So there you go. That is a introduction to the Parlez-Vous front end, and now I'll hand it over to my buddy Roman here.
Yeah, so we have 20 seconds. Yeah, so as you can see, there is also a little bit of the feature of UI is the bets are curated, but also the risk is curated to explain it to you. What are you taking? And it tells you how much you should be taking on. Are you taking 20 legs, 2 little legs?
Based on the Kelly criterion?
Kelly criteria, and we have 2 autonomous agents called Kelly and Betty. Betty creates the bets, Kelly calculates the risk, and then everything is on chain. All the yield calculations, all the risk calculations, all the bets, all the outcomes, and agents are also incentivized to resolve the bets. So it's not a human who does like resolving. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So is this built on top of real prediction markets, or are you guys building your own markets?
So we had to build our own MMA, but we are building the real results. So we do have several sources, and the AI is parsing those sources, and it tries to agree, and then it provides them. Yeah, because if you want to do, for example, Kalashi, the parlays that are offered, they're packaged, so you don't have choices. And then if you do other ones, it's like PvP, and we want it to be like more fair. And if you know that Bitcoin is going to go up, and Denver is going to like be the city of the year, then you know it, right?
And are all these contracts actually working? Like if someone bets, the money goes into the vault, and the vault people can withdraw?
Yes, not all contracts are implemented right now. We do have a safe vault. It is living on one contract, but we want to separate them. And safe vault is going to take kind of like the advantage, so the liquidity pool doesn't take the hit. But everything, all the oracles, the resolution is a little bit, you have to have an agent resolve it. But everything is on chain. So all the risk calculations, so if you want to see like, hey, somebody's trying to like rug pull me, everything is on chain. And you can dispute it as well. The admin side is not there, dispute is not there, but we just unfortunately didn't have time, yeah.
Yeah, the base Apolia part is what kills it for me. Like there's so much of this is so cool when you finally get it implemented and it's working.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that are a little bit like the wizard behind the curtains until it actually goes live.
Yeah.
So other than just like smart contract auditing, what is the path to production?
The path of production, I think we actually need to test everything. And right now, for example, we take 10% of the money that we leave. Maybe we can go it up to 50 so the users kind of start betting just to get the market sentiment, just because we do need to evaluate if the AI is accurate. What are like the things that go wrong? Are we like actually predicting? Are we like, does the house actually have 35% of edge from 20 to 35%? So these are the things we probably want to test before we go into production. And then implementing all these contracts, admin, making sure that we can like resolve things, change the oracles, a lot of testing.
Great, good project, guys. Good build, good hackathon project.
Thank you.
Best project.
All right. Awesome. Next up, we have onlygains.ai by Aya. Round of applause for Aya.
Hello, ETHDenver. Some of you have seen me already, but I'm really thrilled to present to you guys and to present to everyone. So, my name is Aya, and I'm presenting OnlyGains. So first of all, let's talk about AI companions. Right now, the industry is booming. People are spending money to talk to AI agents and many more. And moreover, people are spending 7.9 million per day on OnlyFans and gacha games like that. However, if we think about it, you pour money, you pour energy, but you don't get anything back. But does it have to be always like that? Maybe there is a great future where the relationship can be bi-directional. So what I built is an AI girlfriend that you deposit money to her, yes, and you will get back your money if you do some positive tasks for your health or any other aspects of your life. So let's start the demo. So first of all, we need to just deposit some crypto. Okay, we're depositing it, confirming the transaction, and she'll be really happy about it. Let me turn it on.
Yeah, you deposited for me? My heart is exploding. You're the best boyfriend ever. Now let's get sweaty together.
I don't know about that, but let's tell her how was my day. So I sat all day working, coding. Let's see what she says.
Ah, cutie. Sitting all day isn't good for the body. Let's get those muscles moving. Do 3 jumping jacks for me on camera. Count 3.
Okay, let's do it for her. I'm gonna do it. So now the video is going to our AI, and actually she verified it.
Tell me more about what you did today. You're really getting into it. I want to hear everything. Plus 0.01 ET.
So yes, we actually got money back. Let's confirm the transaction. Yay, we got some 1.1 ETH. Another thing we can say, I drank soda all day. What unhealthy behavior.
Oh, drinking soda all day isn't kawaii at all. Next time, show me you drink water on camera, okay? Do it for me, cutie.
Okay, I'll do it for you. So this is my drink. And this is hard to do. So let's capture the video. I'm gonna drink it. Okay. And as you see, the video clip is getting sent to ChatGPT Nano.
Great job, Tell me more about what you did today. 0.01 ET.
So yeah, we got another transaction. Let's go. So we can also, we have full power of our money. So we can withdraw all our money back. So it's not only you give her money, but you can also get it back as always. So let's get it back, and we got it. So this is, okay, so this is Vitalia-chan, and this is how my Only Gains project works.
On the back end, when you send the video to AI and then it decides yes or no, you did the thing. Like then what happens on the back end? Is it submitting like an API request to the wallet? Like how does that work?
Yeah. So on the back end, when you send the video and the ChatGPT Nano assess it and says like, oh, this is yes, it's jumping jack, or no, it's not. And on the back, it says yes. Okay, so transaction is completed. We can send that money back. Yes, and if ChatGPT says no, we don't do the transaction. And like it's my first ever ETHDenver hackathon, so I'm really grateful for you guys here.
So ChatGPT Nano for the video recognition. What other models are you using like for the chat?
Yeah, so there's also like I have more API stack, which is I have DeepGram TTS for text to speech. That's what you hear right now. And also I use Blockade Labs. Shout out to them. Because every time you deposit money, there's a new background generated using their API. Another in the future, I would love to have generated like dresses for her. You could buy and customize the agent whenever you want and whatever you like. So this will add more layer to type of connection you create this. Because people who use those things will use it anyway, no matter you gain something or not. But in this way, we make it better for them, that they can actually get their money back and get their health together.
Will it work if you say you did nice things? You know, like you're always saying, I sat all day and stuff. What if you went and worked out? How would she respond?
Oh, let's do that. We can say that I do think she will just congratulate us. I ate healthy food. Let's see.
Naya, you're eating healthy food? You're such a good boy, my hero. Keep it up.
Yes, she will make sure to support you in whatever endeavors you think. Oh, well.
So it only pays you if you do the things on camera. It's kind of like you're the OnlyFans girl.
Exactly. But maybe in the future it will be more, you know how OpenClaw right now is like integrated with every information on your, for example, Mac. Maybe in the future she can see everything that you did throughout, and she can congratulate you, hey, you didn't visit that website today. congrats. Or, hey, you walked 10,000 steps, congrats. So it can be more deeper than it is right now, but for the sake of demo, that's what I built up.
Good use of scaffold ETH. Shout out there.
Yes, thank you. Without scaffold ETH, it would be really hard to do. Yeah, thank you.
Did you think of something like, yeah, you said that whole day streaming, real-time streaming. So the verification happens after the video is uploaded, or the video can keep going and you send frames and verify them in real time?
So the way right now it works is that it's only 3 seconds. So it doesn't go beyond that. Yeah. Yep.
So it's an AI waifu that makes you do stuff for her to get your money back.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good project.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aya. Next up, we have Necto by Boiler Blockchain. Can we have a round of applause for Purdue again?
Thank you. Is your Type-C one? Yeah.
Okay, it's down there. Okay, perfect. So, hi, I'm Anson.
And I'm Julius.
And we're from Purdue Boiler Blockchain, and this is Necta. So the compute market currently is broken on both sides. Looking at the supplier side, institutions waste over $2.2 million every year per 1,000 idle GPUs that are gone to waste. And this is because they can't monetize it because of regulations and compliance. Now, looking at the demand over startups and AI developers, they waste over 1.2 million every year for using centralized cloud providers over decentralized providers. Now, the reason is because there's so many different DePIN providers, there's so many different tokens, it's hard for non-technical users and off-chain users to really get into DePIN. And this is basically a $730 billion market being trapped by just bad UX. And we'll show the demo now. You can see that this is the landing page. We can connect our wallet if our mouse moves.
Our mouse doesn't work,
Hold up. Okay, let's just show the video.
I don't know why the mouse isn't moving.
Sorry.
Yeah, nothing works.
Hey, there's a technical issue over here.
Can we get some more time, perhaps?
Oh.
You're good. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, perhaps.
You need to clean your desktop, too.
Huh.
We need to go to the monitor settings.
Okay, here. I can't click the button. Oh, I don't. Yo, chill. Don't look at my desktop. Oh wait, you have to look up there, bro.
You have to look up there to do it. Wait, this is not gonna work.
No, it's fine. Okay, so we're connecting our wallet. So this is our dashboard page. You see things like our networks. All right, we're pulling from 8 different DePIN providers and GPU nodes. And let's move on to the provider screen. Yeah, click it. Yeah. So we have 8 current providers. Not sure why it looks like that, but people can filter by price. People can filter by GPU. They can search up specific models, including like NVIDIA Pro 9000. And now Julius will go through the actual agent part. And let's move over here. Okay.
Dude, I can't see. Okay. So this is our main demo for UX. We wanted to build a simplified UX for everyone to be able to use our platform. So let's say we want to host a Minecraft server. We can send this over to the agent, and it will basically parse out an estimated set of parameters to use for deployment. So you see on the left, there's deployment requirements. There's a Docker image, there's CPU, memory, storage, all sorts of things. And then it'll also try and find the best match provider for the cheapest price for this, in this worst case. But let's say I wanted my Minecraft server to be a little bit more beefy. Let's try and add some CPU and memory. So the agent will basically adjust the parameters on the left, and it'll look again to find the best possible provider for this worst case. So now we can click deploy. So here, there's a simple outlook of what the AI has generated for us, and we can go and quickly confirm this. Here's an STL file at the bottom. That's the standard language format that all providers will interface with. And basically, we can pay 10 USDC to an escrow contract, and basically when the escrow or funds run out, the deployment will end. The way funding works in this case is that you actually transfer funds to the agent itself, and then the agent will interact with the smart contract in a way where it will provision the resources for the selected provider that was determined earlier. So in this case, it's the Kosh network, and well, let's wait for the payments to go through really quick. You can see a contract for payments to agent and payment from agent to contract. So actually deploying to a Kosh takes about a minute just because of, well, it's actual deployment. So I'll hand it over to Anson right now to cover some other features we have.
Yeah, so this is our NAN kind of workflow for more advanced users. If you want to visualize your compute pipeline, it's kind of hard for the mouse now to actually deploy, but you can drag and drop different triggers, yeah? So this will be run click, and basically when you click the run workflow, this trigger will actually compute any of the nodes connected to it. So if you want to scroll down a bit, there's multiple options, including logic and also deployments like settlements and also providers. So this is basically like a free roam canvas for more advanced technical users, and it's a really nice visualization for advanced and technical users. So moving back to Julius's agent, let's see if it deployed on Akash.
So you can see here the logs from the actual deployment itself here. And we can, down here, we get a link to the Kosh console, in this case, which is the chosen provider. And it'll verify that the actual lease for the deployment is created. Unfortunately, the Minecraft server will take a little bit too much time to spin up, so we can't exactly demo that here. But that's just a proof of concept for this. The program actually deploys on the networks, it's saying it is.
Yeah, and that's basically the basis of Necto. We also have other features, including hosting compute, where institutions can host their GPU, and also audit logs for auditability and audit regulation compliance for actual institutions. So, judges, do you have any questions?
So it's kind of an, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Could you explain your reasoning behind having the agent actually, like, it sounds like the agent kind of, like the funds are put into an escrow contract, but then the agent actually like custodies them and takes them out and then does the coordination. Why have an agent do that rather than doing it directly?
Well, initially we wanted to have all the agent logs be stored on some sort of decentralized file system, so like IPFS or like 0G storage. We wanted to have the reasoning logs there, and then like you can verify that the agent is like the cheapest option with like some sort of ZK verify thing. That was the initial concept, but we had to pivot from that. But the architecture still remains, like the agent itself is doing the transaction in column tools. Any other questions?
So it's like server orchestration using a Kosh with an agent layer in between, where you can talk to the agent and it'll figure out your needs and then correctly orchestrate the thing, and you pay through the agent. And then there's the extra innate in kind of this thing, but it's basically that agent orchestration layer.
Yeah, essentially, we basically route between all sorts of, all 8 of the DPIN networks in this case. They all host DPIN compute, and the AI agent will basically have a tool set that allows it to determine the best option for the user's needs. So it's basically, like it aggregates all the DPIN providers, and then it routes the proper compute to the proper location.
This is really cool. Like it's like an AI UI for just spinning up servers on DPIN. And how many networks does it actually aggregate?
Right now it's 8. It's all very, very tedious to do because everything has its own specifications. But I think one of our judges actually for the track gave us some advice on how to implement it for a more scalable version. So we might be looking for that in the future.
What brought all you guys from Purdue here?
Well, we're funded by Gemini. They're sponsoring our hacker house.
Yeah, Gemini, good job.
So we're bringing 60 kids here. We have a hacker house. We have a hotel as well. Rooms in a hotel, not the whole hotel.
60 kids from Purdue
60 kids from Purdue.
Thanks to Gemini?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We had a student mixer yesterday, and yeah.
Shout out. Good build, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, congratulations, Boiler Blockchain again. Next up, we have Clawmon by Drew. Round of applause for Drew.
How's it going, everyone? Yeah? All right. All right, sorry, I won this shirt at another competition, so I lost a bet to a lobster, and I have it on now. But anyway, 6 months ago, the agent economy was more or less a slide deck. But December, things started to really heat up. We had OpenClaw come online after a little bit of a rebrand, and things started to really come together. 8004 was live on mainnet, and things are absolutely cooking. One of the biggest places that that agents learn their skills is a place called ClawHub. ClawHub, as of right now, I just had a refresh, it has about 9,400 skills on it. But the problem with ClawHub is that, and agent skills in general, is that anywhere from like 7 to like 13% of those skills are either malicious or they are causing credentials to be leaked. So that's a really big problem. The virus outset and the way that it's maintained is more or less ready for a compact Pizarro than it is for an actual agentic economy and the machine-to-machine economy that's building. So I built Clawmon, which is a registry that sits on top of ClawHub that basically serves as a way, you can think of it as like as a Discord Nitro boost, that different skill sets are boosted, and there is a reputation through 8004 that different agents or their human deployers could give to these skills in order to unlock certain perks. And unlike Discord boosts, where humans care about things like higher video quality and images and custom emoji packs, despite using Claude and probably getting some emojis in the build-outs that you do, agents don't really care about custom emoji packs. So we locked and loaded Nitro Boost equivalent for different skills on Clawmon. So let's get to it. So this is Clawmon. Basically, we fetched me and Claude basically, fetched all of the skills right now. There's about 2,300 that are loaded from ClawHub going in here. You could explore the skills. And then we use the Moody style grading system based on basically grading each skill from AAA being the highest quality down to C being the lowest quality. So like basically 9 different tiers that are derived from the feedback score from the 8004 registry. So basically how it works is you could select to boost a specific skill. So we're going to go with Trust Boost, which gives priority execution queue, revenue share, preferred agent routing, extended context and memory, certified trust signal, and credentialed API access that sits on top of the skills. So let's stake it. This works as a staking contract on Monad. Oh, I was gonna say on Claude, this better work. All right, let's just, okay. And then that would enable the feedback to be given. So had a really good experience with the code patterns and the Stripe production engineering. So I'm gonna say, great. And that submits to the registry. And think about the alternative. Like when you go to ClawHub, which is great, by the way. Like, we're all doing our best out here, so no knock to them. But the comment section, like, it's like Yelp reviews. Like, we could do so much better than that with the technology that we have, and making this on-chain would be, dramatically better. So in addition to the staking, this will come into fruition as more agents go onto this. We detect for Sybil, and there's a loaded network, and that'll increasingly grow and understand different types of Sybil attacks. So we grade for 8 different types of Sybil here, and I could just get. So basically, like, Sybil is when a single adversary creates many fake identities to gain a disproportionate influence over reputation or voting in a system. And there's a lot of different Sybil attacks that could happen. Like, for example, Agent A could upvote Agent B, and then Agent B could upvote Agent A, and vice versa. Or there could be rapid feedback. Say, a skill just comes online, and then all of a sudden it's getting upvoted and upvoted very quickly in rapid succession. So we need to really be careful, and so we set parameters for things like, greater than 10 reviews in 60 seconds, because ClawHub's popular, but it's not that popular. No one or any agent in the machine-to-machine economy is going to be firing off that quickly in a way that's not artificial. So let's go back to the boost, and I'll explain the boost a little bit better. So the boost also acts as a way to mitigate costs that could be lost from the agent attacks or malicious skills. So basically, if a skill is reported to be malicious, then the boost, where basically it comes from, is user compensation. It gets put to user compensation. It gets given to the reporter for reporting and doing diligence in the machine-to-machine economy. And so basically, people are rewarded for being able to call these things out and keeping things safe, or agents are rewarded for keeping things safe. And I built this on Monad because of the high parallel throughput and execution that they allow. It was just a really fast build, and I used Monad for a couple other hackathons, and I thought that was best for this build out. So yeah, I'll stop there, but would love any questions. Thank you.
So how do you determine that a skill is malicious? Like, who is the judge of that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it goes off of the ClawHub registry. So basically what happens is when 3 people report a skill as being malicious on a ClawHub, or 3 agents, 3 entities, that it gets flagged for review. So we go off of that, and there's not,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I understand it, when you're, you boost a skill, like you're putting up some tokens. And so then if like that skill later gets flagged as malicious, you essentially get slashed for boosting.
Exactly.
Is that right? Okay, yeah. Cool.
That was exactly my first question, is how the slashing works. So who does that? Like, it's some kind of reviewer, or?
Yeah, reviewer,
okay.
Validators, yeah.
And you picked Monad just because it was a chain you've built on? They're not like a sponsor or anything?
No, definitely not a sponsor or anything. No, I just worked with, I didn't work with them. I used them for other hackathons, and I did the Blitz, so it was just really easy to use them.
How was 8004 looking on Monad?
Better than it was in December. So I had to create my own registries in December when I used it, and now it's more of like a flourishing environment, so yeah.
Can you go a little deeper on how you used 8004? Like, what is exactly being recorded for who, and yeah?
Yeah, so the agents are basically here. Yeah, so the identity registry, the agents are registering to this registry if they're not already registered. There's the reputation registry, which feedback could be authorized and then given, and then yeah,
So is it the agent that determines, like, is it all the agents, like the agents that are saying, hey, this is a scam, or is it the agents that are making the skill, or like, yeah, which ones get reputation?
So the agents that are giving the feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good build. Good to see 8004.
Yeah, I like seeing 8004.
Yeah,
very cool.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much.
One more last project, everybody. Woo.
Oh, yeah, we are back again. All right, judges, last one for the Prosperia track and the 10th winner for the ETHDenver. We have Clean Slate Agent by Anita. Round of applause for Anita.
Okay, while we're waiting for this to come up, um, cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Anita. I'm representing blockchain at Berkeley. I'm a master's student at Berkeley Law, and I built this myself with Claude. And I'm going to talk about this project. I think the context around this, I'm a crypto lawyer, and I got really tired of people questioning in the traditional world, real world use cases of blockchain. So I thought, why not come to ETHDenver and try to hack something myself? And so this is one of probably a few non-financial use cases of blockchain that I thought we should have in the real world. And it's a problem that's really close to my heart because this is something that I work on with a professor at a lab at Berkeley Law. And the problem that I'm trying to address through this is the challenge with our criminal justice system in America. The intention is to have people who have maybe committed like small crimes in the past. It's been a long time since that crime was committed. They've served their time, paid their fines, whatever it is. There are laws in 13 states in the United States for these people to be eligible to have their records expunged. But the process to actually go about doing this is really challenging because you have to visit a public defender's office, and these offices are really overloaded with work, and ultimately your chances of like accessing better employment, better housing, all of that depends on you having a clean record, and that becomes impacted by all these challenges. And it's actually like 1 in 3 Americans who have a criminal record, and a very large percentage of them who are not able to get them expunged on time. And so this project essentially, what I've tried to do is create two ways to interact with it. One is if you're a user, you could check your eligibility to have your record expunged. And in the back end, there's for these 13 states, there are the specific rules that apply. So you could have your criminal record, you could just upload it, and I'll just take you through that flow. You could basically upload a criminal record here. So I'll just give you an example of what it looks like. Yes, this is what it looks like. So it has all your like personal details. It has specific details around the offense, the date on which it happened, the date on which your probation was completed, and the fact that you've actually like fully completed all the conditions that were associated with your sentence. So you could just upload your rap sheet here. And RAP stands for Record of Arrests and Prosecutions. And basically, an Anthropic API is basically processing this document, and then it's going to give us a decision on what it thinks your eligibility for expungement is. So it's basically extracted all the information. It's looking at what the actual charges were. So this particular case is actually a felony drug possession, which is slightly more challenging to get expunged. But it's asking these other questions, but I will ask it to check whether. Cool. So it says you are eligible for expungement, and it gives you the specific, reasons. One is, of course, the offense is drug possession. It says you've completed probation, you completed all the sentence requirements, there are no current charges. And what it does is, so the privacy layer here is on Canton, and the payments, which I'll show you separately, is on base Sepolia. So Canton I've used because essentially the proposition here is while your records are being processed. So for example, here it tells you how you can actually get your records expunged. You have to file a petition with the court and you have to go through this process. But while this is processed, you still shouldn't be blocked from accessing better employment. And to do that, it creates this credential on Canton. So with this credential is basically the contract between the agent and this individual, and the employer will be the observer. So you just give this credential to whichever employer wants to do a background verification, and they can come here and they pay like 10 cents to verify your background. And essentially through this portal, they can get this kind of outcome, which basically says that this person is eligible for employment consideration. And you're able to have this access this outcome without exposing all the details of what your criminal record is, which is not how the system works today. So just for the purpose of this demo, I also have this UI that shows you what's the additional information that's between you and the agent, and what the employer can see, which is only that you're eligible for employment. So yeah, I think, and here I just wanted to show a little bit of the economics of it. So the API obviously costs money, but the employers have to pay for it, and that's kind of how this sustains itself. And yeah, we used X402 for payments. So I just wanted to build something which I think should exist, and I thought it would be interesting to present it here. Thank you.
I like this. I can see it kind of like even being expanded into kind of like a privacy, like just general background check. Even for someone who doesn't have a criminal record, you want to have a clean background check without giving away your data. I think that that's really cool.
Thank you.
How does someone get their rap sheet?
You get it, so as part of going through the criminal justice system, like once you're arrested, it gets created for you. So you can get it from, presumably you've engaged with the system in some way, either to pay a fine or to get bail, or you've appeared in court for something. So through that process, like law enforcement itself should be able to give it to you.
Today I learned the acronym for rap sheet.
Yeah. Right?
So, for that credentials that you paste, does it show that you have no criminal record, or that in one particular case you have been cleared?
It just shows that under the rules for the particular state in which you have a criminal record, you're eligible for expungement, so they should consider you for employment as if you have no criminal record.
I see.
My instincts on this one are that it's like not enough, you need blockchain. So use Canton for like privacy and storage, and then like X402 for payments. But it's much more like an AI law app, which also we need lots of and we should keep building. But also maybe that's what blockchain looks like in the future, is sort of this like hidden layer of storage and settlement. So I'm pushing back on my own instincts to say I wish there was more blockchain here. Just saying, good project, good build.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Maybe you could go a little deeper on how the Canton privacy is really applied.
Yeah, so essentially it's the DAML contract is between the agent and the individual, which has like all these details. But the observer is this employer or the housing agency, and to them only the eligibility is exposed. So that's just like how, I just use Canton because they're like one of the sponsors here, but it could be any other privacy layer, it could be just on ETH.
Really well done, very cool project.
Thank you so
Cool
much,
build.
thank you.
It's gonna be so hard for us to pick a winner between the four of us. Like we each get to pick our own winner, and then we have to pick one consensus winner. Is that right?
I would like to answer that by bringing you off stage for the deliberation.
Yeah. This is gonna be very hard.
And I'll have Denver back up on stage. A round of applause for all the ones who demoed and our judges.
All right. Now we will have to wait until the judges pick their winners and get to consensus. As we do that, I just want to cover some quick logistics and before we get to the results. Right, reminding you again, we had 186 projects submitted this time with over 750 builders participating. And that's something that we are so proud to have been a part of. The sponsor bounty winners will be announced on the DevFolio platform in the coming week, so keep an eye out for that. You will also be getting a soulbound token as proof of work, which will also be rolled out in the coming week. And now, as you wait for the judges to finalize their winners, their honorable mentions, you can also go on Polymarket and bet for who you think will win the ETHDenver Buildathon. What that means is all the judges are going to pick their 4 honorable mentions and also pick another overall winner who may or may not be part of the 4 honorable mentions. And that will be announced right here at the end of the Vibathon, which is after the end of the closing ceremony. We're going to have a Vibathon starting around 6 p.m. and going up till around 7:30, 8 p.m. So at the end of it, if you want to find out the result, you'll have to be here, and we'll also announce it on our socials. But you have time until then to bet on who you think will win the ETHDenver Buildathon. And yeah, with that, I'm going to hop off and help the judges with anything they need to come to consensus. Thank you. Right.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery Houston, trim to ATO. Beautiful, beautiful.
he just said that he wants us to explain our picks. I'm lost. Just a heads up. What's the poly market at?
Yeah. Did anyone bet on the poly market? Oh, wow, we got some. It looks like there's a lot of arbitrage opportunity. We were just looking at it. Not that we manipulated it at all. This is your last chance to get your bets in. I think the arbitrage is crazy. I'm so surprised they're all like 50-50.
Am I reading it right that Only Gains is at 48, Chaincraft is at 44, Umbra is at 28, and Tabula is at 21? Am I seeing the same thing everybody else is seeing? Oh.
Oh yeah, there's no volume on Only Gains. So no one bet on Only Gains or Chaincraft.
Oh, okay, so I'm looking at it wrong. So looking by volume, Parlez-Vous has the most volume. And then Event Graph, and then Clean Slate and Necto.
Yeah, but volume goes both ways, so they could just be betting no.
Oh, okay. Those could be no. Those could be no bets. Okay.
Prediction markets projects get the highest volume.
You would think,
that's
right?
what we see. Yeah. The Parlez-Vous. But is it a no or a yes? Because it's at 29%.
No, see, everyone's just betting no. Like, they're just, I mean, it's an interesting bet, right? You just bet no, and you got 1 in 10 odds that you're right, or 90% chance you're right.
Did they bet on aliens? No.
No aliens. It's hard to read.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're ready. Here we go, Denver.
Everybody's watching your wallets now, by the way. No insider trading. Cool. We are finally here and ready to present the judges' honorable mentions. And the winners, the honorable mentions by our celebrity judges are Necto by Griff. Yes. OnlyGains.ai by Tomas. Umbra Gateway by Ellie. And Steak Clash by Austin. All right, we're going to have each of our judges also talk a bit about why they made the choice to choose their honorable mention. Also, any other thoughts you'd like to share about the Build-a-thon?
Yeah, so people might not know this, but I founded DAppNode back in the day, and I have a sweet spot in my heart for DPIN, even though I don't get to work in that space too much, besides supporting DAppNode. And I thought what Necto did was just incredible. You know, there's a reason DevOps people get paid, right? It's a lot of work. Setting up servers, it's complicated, it's confusing, making sure you have everything right. And almost everyone just battles through AWS UI, and it's shit, right? But what Necto did, they made AI the new UI, which I was so excited to see. And on top of that, you could just type in normal language, and it's only serving DPIN projects, which is just so cool. And so I think if Necto can continue this and actually support DPIN in this way, I honestly think they could beat out AWS for clients. So well done, Necto.
State Clash. Oh, you got it? You want to go next? You're on this page. Okay, State Clash. I picked them just because I love like no-loss lotteries too. I love games. I build a lot of games. It was a no-loss brawler. You locked up money and the yield goes to upgrade you within the game, and then you play the game. The graphics were amazing. Hedera, come on, bro, but whatever. But yeah, no loss brawler. Shout out to State Clash. It was a great build. I can't believe you got that done that quick. Good work, boys.
So with Only Gains, I think there are so many possibilities around it, like for community builder, make everyone jump, or I could imagine maybe Anime Tomasz telling you that you're building so great on Ethereum if you keep sending videos of coding and doing the agents. And yeah, I was also saying that we have so many questions about agents renting humans and some kind of explorations of how to prevent digital slavery. So lots of big questions on security, filtering, and privacy in this project. So, well, never-ending opportunities around it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Umbra Gateway. I thought it was a really good use of X402 payments, and I really like that it's kind of a way to get RPC privacy. Like today, it doesn't require you to make really changes to any sort of protocol. I just thought it was like a really clever way to do things. It's a really neat extension of Tor. To like pay people, you're already, using Tor, you kind of pay them to use their IP addresses and whatnot when you submit to an RPC. I thought overall it was a really clever project, so yeah.
All right. A big shout out to Necto, OnlyGains.ai, Umbra Gateway, and Stake Clash. And also a big round of applause for our celebrity judges for giving their time today. Griff, Thomas, Ellie, and Austin. All right. And finally, we also have another special prize by Civ3, who's a cypherpunk fashion brand that just launched a few days ago, right here at ETHDenver, and they have a special builder prize. It's a super cool privacy hoodie, and they are giving it away to one winner, and that winner chosen by our judges is Umbra. So congrats, Umbra, again, for winning the Cypher3 Privacy Builder Prize. Right. Cool. And yeah, with that, I'd like to invite on stage John Paller to give our closing remarks.
Amazing job, Denver. Round of applause for Devfolio, please. The community of communities is a thing, and these guys crush. So, judges, thank you for your indentured servitude. Our agents, thank you. And we have a gift. All the top projects got a skateboard deck. So you are also going to be given a limited edition skateboard deck. They are legitimate skateboard decks, so you can put trucks on them and wheels and tape and all that. I'm probably gonna put one on a shelf for display, which is probably more likely. But either way, if you guys haven't seen these, they're pretty sick. So thank you for your service and thank you for your time and attention. You gonna take them? There you go.
Thank you. Those are awesome.
Thanks, guys. All right. Round of applause for our judges. So as opposed to like moving them off and moving everybody else on, this is the call for the team. Get ready to come up. We're gonna do our team photo. And I'll just say a couple last things. So ETHDenver 2026 has been an amazing experience. I don't know how everybody else feels, but when the markets are down, the signal is high. So as far as what we saw this week, in terms of projects, creativity, creative collisions, engagement, community building, to me it felt like a lot like the old days of ETHDenver. Yeah. Get rid of the tourists, the shillers, the grifters, the hypers. We love you, but it's actually much more productive this way. So we look forward to seeing what comes next. To all of you online predicting that ETHDenver's last year is this year, we'll see you next year. Roll credits.
We still have to announce the actual winner of the prediction market.
Oh, the prediction market. Are we going to do that now?
I don't know. Unless
I thought we were going to do that at 6:30.
Oh, is it later? Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Market keeps
Let's
going.
find out. Prediction market is important. We want to do it now? Okay, hang on.
We got to do it when the market will resolve, though. We can't just...
Right, I don't think you can just
you can't just
pick
say
it, right?
Yeah.
The market has to mature and resolve.
It's probably up to Denver to do. I don't think we can
Yeah,
say.
Well, it's and
Portfolio.
Polymarket, right? So
Yeah.
there you are, Denver. Come here.
Okay.
At the end of the Vibathon at 6:30. Are we going to do it in
Okay.
here? 7:30. Because we're doing that Vibathon in here, or where are we doing that? Okay. All right, so I know everybody wants to get the prediction market, but we're going to do it at the end of the Vibathon at 7:30 here. Okay, so go party, go get some drinks, then come back, and we're going to do it again. But in the meantime, remember, we'll see you next year. Roll credits.